most people don't realize. The secret to better energy and real satisfaction doesn't come from expensive meals. It comes from simple, fresh cooking at home. Fresh ingredients, real flavors, and just a few mindful steps can completely change how you feel every day. Today, we're bringing that simplicity to life with something rich, powerful, and incredibly satisfying. Welcome to the art of the perfect steakhouse experience right in your own kitchen. These are not just steak bites. These are steakhouse-style herb butter steak bites, crispy on the outside, juicy on the inside, and packed with deep, rich flavor, better than most restaurants, faster than you think, and made with ingredients you can trust. If you've ever wanted that perfect steakhouse experience at home, this is it. But what is the one secret that separates average steak from greatness? In the next 15 minutes, we'll uncover every detail from the science of the sear to the magic of the basting technique. Before we dive into the pan, let's look at why this simple dish can transform your evening. It's about connection and quality. Simple ingredients, but every detail matters. We start with the foundation of flavor. Choose a well-marbled cut like ribeye or sirloin. That's where the flavor lives. Look for those fine white lines of fat. Salt isn't just for seasoning. It's the key to drawing out moisture and creating that iconic crust. Freshly ground black pepper adds a subtle heat and earthy depth that pre-ground pepper just can't match. Garlic. 4 cloves might seem like a lot, but for that steakhouse aroma, it's essential. We'll crush them to release the oils later. And the butter. 3 tablespoons of high-quality butter will carry the flavors of the garlic and herbs directly into the meat. A handful of fresh parsley provides a bright, clean finish to cut through the richness of the steak and butter. Finally, 1 tablespoon of olive oil. We use this for the initial sear because of its higher smoke point compared to butter. Every ingredient has a purpose, but here's the first secret most people miss. It's all about the preparation of the meat itself. A dry surface is the only way to get a true sear. If the meat is wet, it will steam instead of brown. Remember that. Now, we move to the preparation. Precision here ensures everything cooks at the exact same rate. Cut your steak into evenly sized cubes, not too small. Aim for about 1 inch per side. This keeps them juicy inside while developing that golden crust. If they're too small, they'll overcook before they brown. Here is the science. Even size equals even heat distribution. This is the difference between perfection and disappointment. Uneven pieces cook unevenly. Some will be dry and tough, while others remain raw. Take your time with this step. Season them generously now. We want that seasoning to start working its way into the surface of the meat. Toss them gently. Every side should have a light dusting of salt and pepper. This is the beginning of the flavor layer. Let them sit for just a few minutes. This allows the salt to penetrate. But wait, did you know the pan temperature is even more important? While the meat rests, we prepare our tool. A heavy-bottomed pan, like cast iron, is the gold standard for steak. The heat retention of cast iron ensures that the temperature doesn't drop the moment the cold meat hits the surface. A sharp knife and a heavy pan, 2 simple tools that elevate your cooking from home-style to steakhouse level. Now heat your pan until it's very hot, almost smoking. This step is critical and cannot be rushed. You want to see those first wisps of smoke. This is the indicator that the metal is ready to create the Maillard reaction. The Maillard reaction is where the magic happens. High heat transforms amino acids and sugars into deep flavor and that iconic crust. This one step alone is what separates average from steakhouse level. Most people are too impatient and add the meat too early. Now, the oil. Watch how it shimmers and moves like water across the surface. That's how you know the pan is hot enough. Tilt the pan to coat it evenly. The oil acts as a heat conductor, filling the microscopic gaps between the meat and the metal. Listen to that. If it doesn't scream the moment it hits, it's not ready. But this one is perfect. The heat is the energy. We're about to transfer that energy into the steak to create something truly special. We're aiming for a surface temperature of around 400 degrees Fahrenheit. It's where the best crusts are born. Ready your tongs. In the next few minutes, we'll move from preparation to the intense heat of the sear. The stage is set. Let's create that restaurant-quality flavor we promised. Are you ready for the sizzle? Add a little oil, then place the steak bites gently. Don't overcrowd the pan, and don't touch them. If you overcrowd the pan, the temperature will drop and the meat will release juices, causing it to boil rather than sear. Give them space. Sear for 1 to 2 minutes per side. Patience is your best friend right now. Let that crust form. Micro curiosity. If you move them too early, you lose the crust. It will stick to the pan instead of releasing naturally. Stirring too soon equals steaming instead of searing. This is why many home steaks end up gray instead of golden. Flip them over. See that color? That is the result of proper heat management and the Maillard reaction we talked about. Repeat the process. Another minute or two. We're locking in all those juices while building a savory exterior. The aroma is already starting to change. It's becoming deep, roasted, and unmistakably steakhouse level. Notice the oil is still shimmering. The temperature is holding steady. This is why we use the heavy pan. A quick nudge. If they slide easily, the crust is set. We're almost ready for the next layer of flavor. Look at that texture. Crispy edges, juicy centers. But we're not done yet. The magic is about to begin. We've achieved the sear. Now, we transform these bites with the classic garlic butter aromatics. In the next step, we'll see how butter and heat work together to create a sauce that infuses every bite. We lower the heat just a touch. We want to melt the butter, not burn it. Precision is everything. The foundation is solid. Now for the transformation. Are you ready for the garlic butter magic? Now lower the heat slightly. Add butter, crushed garlic, and fresh herbs. Watch how the butter foams. The foaming is the water evaporating, leaving behind the rich milk solids that will brown and add a nutty flavor. The garlic infuses the fat. Butter is the perfect carrier for these aromatic compounds. It's science in every bubble. Science tip: butter carries flavor compounds, which leads to a richer, more rounded taste. It coats the palate. Add the herbs. The heat releases their essential oils, which then bond with the butter. This is where the aroma transforms everything. This is the smell of a professional kitchen. It's earthy, pungent, and incredibly inviting. You can almost taste it. This golden liquid is our basting sauce. It's a concentrated explosion of flavor that we're about to paint onto our steak. Micro curiosity. This is the step most home cooks skip, but it's what gives that glossy, decadent finish you see in five-star steakhouses. Don't let the garlic burn. We're looking for a soft golden color. Bitter garlic will ruin the entire dish. Keep it moving. The butter is now fully infused. Every bubble is packed with garlic and rosemary. We're ready for the final technique. It looks incredible, doesn't it? But we can make it even better. Let's talk about the basting technique. Tilt the pan and start basting. Spoon that hot infused butter over each piece. This is active flavor layering. The hot butter continues to cook the meat gently while adding a rich, velvety coating to every single cube. Baste for 30 to 60 seconds. You'll see the crust deepen in color and the meat start to glisten under the light. Pro tip: this locks in moisture while layering flavor. It's like giving the steak a spa treatment in liquid gold. Get those aromatics right on top. We want every surface to be touched by the essence of the garlic and rosemary. Pro tip: this locks in moisture while layering flavor. It's like giving the steak a spa treatment in liquid gold. Get those aromatics right on top. We want every surface to be touched by the essence of the garlic and rosemary. Give them a gentle squeeze. They should feel firm but yielding. That is the sign of a perfect cook. One last pour. We're finishing strong. The aroma is now at its peak. It's time to let the meat find its balance. Heat off. The carryover cooking will do the rest. But before we eat, there is one final non-negotiable step. We're about to take them out, but don't you dare cut into them yet. Do you know why resting is the most important part? The wait is over. The juices have returned. The crust is set. Let's plate this masterpiece and see the results. When meat cooks, the muscle fibers contract and push the juices toward the center. Resting allows them to relax. Science tip: resting redistributes juices back throughout the meat, leading to a much more tender and flavorful bite. Tent it loosely with foil or a cloth. We want to keep it warm without steaming that crust we worked so hard to build. Common mistake: cutting immediately equals juice loss. All that flavor will just run out onto the board instead of staying in the meat. Patience now pays off in every single bite. This is the difference between a good steak and a legendary one. 5 minutes. It feels like an eternity when it smells this good, but it's the final secret of the steakhouse. Look how the butter has formed a beautiful glaze. It's no longer just a sauce, it's part of the steak now. While we wait, we prepare the final touch. A little brightness to balance the heavy, savory flavors of the beef and butter. The green of the parsley against the deep brown of the steak is a visual promise of the meal to come. It's almost time. The wait is over. The juices have returned. The crust is set. Let's plate this masterpiece and see the results. crispy edges, buttery coating, and a tender, juicy center. Simple ingredients, elevated with the right technique. Don't leave that liquid gold in the pan. Drizzle the herb-infused butter over the bites. That's where the soul of the dish lives. A final sprinkle of fresh parsley. It adds a pop of color and a fresh note that rounds out every bite. Micro-engagement. Would you serve this with mashed potatoes or keep it simple like this? Let me know in the comments. Look at how easily the fork slides in. That is the result of the rest and the gentle basting. Perfection in a single bite. There it is. The perfect medium-rare center, surrounded by that deep, savory crust. This is what we were aiming for. Rich, simple, and worth every second. This is how real flavor is made at home. No fancy equipment, just good technique. The butter has penetrated just deep enough to enhance the natural flavor of the beef without overpowering it. Balance. This is more than just a meal. It's a testament to what you can achieve with fresh ingredients and a little bit of science. 15 minutes from start to finish, yet the results are better than what you'd find in most high-end restaurants. The crunch of the crust, the burst of garlic, the tender beef. It's an experience, one you can have tonight. Explore more recipes like this, and bring restaurant-quality cooking into your kitchen every single day. Remember, better energy starts with what you put on your plate. Simple, fresh, and incredibly satisfying. If you enjoyed this journey into the science of steak, subscribe for more deep dives into the world of flavor. Cooking at home is an act of care, for yourself and for those you share it with. Thank you for being here. Until next time, keep it fresh, keep it simple, and keep cooking. Real flavor is always within reach. You have the tools, you have the secret. Now go make it yours. Happy cooking. Follow us for daily tips and behind-the-scenes looks at how we create these cinematic experiences. The meal is over, but the energy remains. We'll see you in the next recipe. Bye for now. Simple, powerful, satisfying. The Steakhouse Experience redefined. Take care.